What's up, guys? It's your boy Ted, the review guy, and today I'll be reviewing Black Widow. And if you haven't seen the movie, this is your only spoiler warning. If you have, I'll be telling you guys what I didn't like and what I loved, and I will rate the movie out of 10, and I'll explain why I rated the way I rated it. Let's talk about it on the comment section. We start off the movie with Natasha as a young child, and they're showing her how she got into the Red Room, which I will expand on later. And then we found out like Natasha's on the run. She is running away from General Ross, and then she plays General Ross because General Ross isn't used to chasing people like Natasha is used to chasing people like Hulk, which is definitely not the same. Natasha gets away from General Ross easily. We found out that she's being chased by Taskmaster, and I'm gonna do a bit of a brief of Taskmaster. Anthony Masters is like a criminal, career criminal who was once a SHIELD agent. He became a criminal by when he got his hands on the super soldier serum and given to by this scientist, and the super soldier system did some. It's not the same as the one Steve Rogers had, and so it did something to his brain, and he forgot about his past, and then created the persona of Taskmaster. So for me, that's where you guys know that who Taskmaster is. So from the comic books, Taskmaster is this guy who has photographic reflexes. That's what he calls it, where he can see anything, any move, and be able to replicate it to the T. He started this as a young age watching cowboy movies and could do everything that they could do with the ropes and everything. He would watch divers dive, and he would do the same thing exactly the way the professional diver did it that he saw on TV. And so that's how he became a SHIELD agent, because he was so skilled, and then the super soldier serum enhanced all of that. So he created this persona and became like one of Marvel's best fighters, but not to the level of Shang-Chi. He was just that bad that even villains were calling on him to train their henchmen and all of that stuff. So he was just a badass. Natasha fights this guy and realizes like she can't win. The Taskmaster wasn't chasing her, was chasing something that she got delivered to him. She gets away, and she realizes that, and she gets away, and she goes and finds her sister who sent her the package. And we found out that her sister and her were being raised by also Russian soldiers. One of them is Red Guardian, who is Russians' answer to Captain America back then. And in the movie, he lies a lot about meeting Captain America and all of that stuff. And in the comics, they do have some sort of confrontations because of his moral is because he becomes a very bad person, and not like the role like Steve Rogers. Basically becomes like the worst kind of Steve Rogers. And so we found out that the Red Room is still alive, and Natasha didn't know that she thought she ended that by killing Dreykov. And Dreykov had a daughter, and Natasha, in order to get into SHIELD, had to kill Dreykov, but ended up killing the daughter as well as collateral damage and all of that stuff. So Natasha has been holding that guilt throughout time, and we've seen her talk about it, her closet, her Red Room, and all of that stuff. So the Red Room was also shown in Avengers Age of Ultron when Scarlet Witch played with Black Widow's mind, and it's back now. And then the reference of Budapest with Hawkeye was also brought up a lot, which was nice to see where they stayed and all of that stuff. They probably even fought during that time. And so, after finding out that the Red Room is still operational, still taking more girls around the world, Natasha invites her sister to go take it down, take Dreykov down, because she thought she killed him. We found out that Red Guardian is locked up in jail, and this was all because of Dreykov, and he was working for Dreykov, and also he was betrayed. And then we found out that their mother, foster mother, Melina, also works for Dreykov also, and she built basically the whole place and the Red Room basically. And we get a nice reunion with the family, and they talk about a lot of stuff, and I like the whole hiding that whole skin, like the face change thing that Natasha always does. I love that. What they did there is like, yes, I like those type of twists and stuff in movies, so I really enjoyed seeing that. The action scenes are always amazing when she's fighting, but it felt a bit more toned down because I've seen her fight so many things, and so like other people, it felt like she was struggling more here. Maybe it's because of the training of the Red Room. She has met her matches, but yeah, like for me it felt a bit toned down, but this was redeemed, especially in the last scene when she was jumping from when she was fighting everyone. I really enjoyed seeing that she was winning against so many other Black Widows basically. Well, other widows basically. They try and go after Dreykov, and we found out that he implanted pheromone stuff so that they cannot kill him, like a fail-safe type thing if the widows would turn. And yeah, they also try to overcome that, and this is all the work of a family. So I really enjoyed seeing them working together and no one betraying the family, that type of thing, because I actually thought they were going to play that cliche thing that one of them in the family is going to betray them, only to find out they were all working together. I really enjoyed that. They had a lot of touching moments, especially with the younger sister believing that they were actual family, and her trying to figure out if the Avengers were her new family or she doesn't have anyone. So I really enjoyed seeing those touching moments and stuff. Yelena kills Dreykov, and they try. Oh yeah, the story with Taskmaster. She was so overshadowed by everything. Like we only see her using the Taskmaster, like what the reflexes, the mimicking thing, only like a few times, and I felt like we needed more of that. But they ended up changing her to, well, we don't know how the extent of the change when it comes to her. So yeah, it was nice to see her getting some sort of freedom at the end, even though I wish there was more of Taskmaster that we got, but she wasn't really the core of the story. Core of the story was Dreykov, and I do understand that that needed to be resolved more than us seeing more of what the Taskmaster can do. But then the trailers were showing that like the big bad was just the Taskmaster, and that's about it. So yeah, again, I didn't like what they did with Taskmaster, because of I would have loved to see how Natasha's past, especially Shield, especially their track record of not handling the super soldier serum thing proper, and Hydra. It would have been nice to see something like the Taskmaster being part of Shield and then being changed by some sort of undercover scientist who tried to remake the super soldier serum, and maybe the same one or maybe a Russian now, not the Hydra as the German side, but the Russian who changed Taskmaster into like Dreykov type thing, where Dreykov changed Taskmaster in a way to turn him into the bad side, and then he still had that story where he can't remember. And for me, I feel like maybe that would have played, I would have liked that, but I understand what they did for the story, so that's fine. That's fine. But besides that, I really enjoyed the movie. So for me, I will give it an 8, solid 8 on the dot. I really enjoyed the movie, and I feel like it was worth the wait. And I'm glad they finally made a Black Widow movie, even though I wish they actually made it during that time, or they actually released it during the time of between after Captain America Civil War and before Infinity War. And yeah, and then yeah, I give it an 8, and I think it's gonna be in my top 10 when I maybe rewatch it for the second or third time. I think it's gonna be in somewhere in my top 10 when it comes to Marvel movies. And yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. Natasha was great, and Elena was great. Their relationship was great. She was funny. I enjoyed everything that she did with her bigger sister. It was just so nice for me. Yeah, so yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you enjoyed this review. Tell me what you liked about the movie, and let's talk about it.